Hello, good evening, and welcome back. Well done to the BBC for calling this out. General election 2019, misleading Abbott tweet used in Labour campaign. Yes, Dianne Abbott has been called out for her fake news. So what smear pieces has she been spreading around this time? Dianne Abbott is facing criticism for posting a misleading tweet, which has been shared widely across social media and even used in Labour-affiliated advertising. And of course, there'll be a whole slew of things coming in. We saw recently with the Liberal Democrats that they've been very misleading. For example, quoting The Guardian, which was just quoting their leader, Joe Swinson. So they lead people to believe, that The Guardian is saying that the Lib Dems are winning and they're doing very well, when in fact it was just Joe Swinson saying that, and because The Guardian covered it, they tried to suggest that The Guardian said it instead of Joe Swinson. What did the Liberal Democrats say when questioned on this? Well, it's true, so it's fine. Just dodging the question entirely. But Dianne Abbott, what has she been up to? The Shadow Home Secretary compared the media coverage of ex-Labour MP Ian Austin saying he would vote for the Conservatives with the coverage of former Tory MP Ken Clarke when he spoke of being conflicted about voting for his old party in the election. So, I'm going to tell you it in the way that it's laid out here. So she tweeted, Ian Austin, 1 year as a junior minister, a DCLG, says he won't vote for Labour, wall-to-wall coverage. Ken Clarke, 9 years as Secretary of State, including as Chancellor, says he won't vote for the Conservatives. Silence. Balanced election coverage. So, that's what she says happened, and let's see what actually happened. So, the difference is that the Labour MP said that Labour supporters should vote for the Conservatives. So saying that anyone who votes for Labour should now vote for the Tories. Ken Clarke, on the other hand, took it a much more personal route and said he was undecided. In fact, it said it was a possibility that he would not vote for the Conservatives, but it would depend on the campaign the Conservative Party ran, and that he did not expect them to run a campaign which would cost them his vote. So he's saying there's a possibility that he won't vote for them, but it's unlikely, and it would indeed just be him. And unbelievably, Flabbert's Twitter account has 290,000 followers, and this tweet so far has 17,500 retweets and 44,000 likes. So it hasn't been ratioed at all, not even close. Although they don't go into how many replies they have here. So, they say despite criticism of it by Full Fact, an image of the tweet was shared by the official Labour Party Instagram account. The account has 90,000 followers, and the post has so far attracted more than 6,200 likes and almost 300 comments. Again, this has not been ratioed, which is where you have more comments than likes because you can no longer dislike. Because you get the outspoken minority saying, oh, people are being mean to us, when in fact they're just producing utter trash, which is the same reason why the Netflix rating has changed, because of Amy Schumer and her awful special. It has also been shared on Facebook by Ms Abbott, as well as Labour supporting groups, receiving around 4,000 interactions. But Ken Clarke, they even roll it back even more, and it says, so as it says, he suggested his support depended on what sort of campaign the party ran. If we really do make ourselves the Brexit Party under our brand, my loyalty is going to be strained. Absolutely, he said. I'm not voting for some crazy right-wing nationalist organisation calling themselves a Conservative government, but that I think is laying it on a bit. I don't think that's where we'll wind up. The former Chancellor, who is standing down from Parliament after nearly 50 years, prefaced his statement by telling his interviewer, I'm slightly teasing you and myself. So this was all rather tongue-in-cheek and basically just a thought experiment to say, well, if we go to this extreme, which is very unlikely, then I wouldn't vote for them. But I suppose that was just to draw more attention to himself, which he has successfully done. And maybe it was to see who would lap it up, and Dianne Abbott fell for this, but we can't really expect her to see things honestly or to avoid any pitfalls that are easy to fall into. But as always, let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think she was misleading, or it is still truthful, considering this did not have as much coverage, and she tried to bring it to the public eye to try and compare and contrast different people in different positions, given that the Labour gentleman had a much junior role and was only there for a year, instead of Ken Clarke, who's standing down from Parliament after nearly 50 years. So, of course, there's a definite difference in seniority, and therefore he might be more diplomatic in his approach. I'm always interested to hear what you guys have to say, so please do let me know down below. I read every single one and reply when I can. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and enjoy your weekend. Have a good one.